Thank you so much. I would just like to point out that I am actually not reading anything off my cell phone. I'm just using it to keep time because I have such confidence in my poetic ability that I'm going to actually improvise the following spoken word. Just because I'm that good or not, depending on, your viewpoint. Here goes. Ashley is attempting to kick her drug habit. She shows me her arms in a diner over coffee, going through the motions of the prescribed ritual. I am the one friend who can legitimately say that I still care for her. So I do her the favor, or go through the motions, or do the right thing by checking her skin for signs of needle tracks. Finding none, I compliment her on her progress, telling her that it won't be long now. You can start counting down the days until you finally get released. You no longer have to sign a court order that says, I cannot stay out because my curfew expires at 2 a.m. I have to be in bed by 1. So finding none, I tell her that she's making progress, and I also add the fact that somehow I wouldn't like to give too much in the way of critique, even though there are still telltale signs that she is a recovering junkie, as opposed to a clean one. I offer nothing else in the way of critique, because I figured she hears enough of this particular kind of conversation at her Narcotics Anonymous nights on a Thursday evening, and let's be honest, I no longer feel like being another moral compass that would only weight her down and make her feel guilt that she is still trying to come off of the heroin. And I go, well, really, babe, it's only been, 2 or 3 months, maybe 4 if you count after Christmas. Things will be okay in the end. And so we sit there looking at each other, and the silence hangs in the air like some suspended sheet that we are both trying to rip through so we can actually talk to each other. But we have nothing to say because it's been so long since we sat here in this booth where we always sit, and the people who run the place always play the same music with the same monotonous bass line that pounds and pounds in our heads. And it's like, well, really, if you played a bit of Leonard Cohen or something that was, a bit more appealing, we might like spending time here more than we already do. But that's okay, because, you can still kind of talk over a monotonous bass line even if you can't dance to it. Ashley talks of leaving, of traveling up north, making a fresh start, as if putting geographical distance between herself and the city that never sleeps, that is New York, obviously, would be beneficial both to her and to the city. Beneficial to her because she wouldn't have to see the same boroughs or the same districts or feel that she is still leading a seedy life, the kind of thing where you say, well, the bit part movie actress with the movie star social life, the two images that don't blend together. And she asks me if I want to go with her, and I tell her the same thing that I've been telling her over the past 3 or 4.5 weeks, which is to say, I'll think about it. I'll think about it because I'm scared to commit myself. I'm scared to see where this journey is going to take the two of us. And to be honest, I don't really want to move to Wisconsin or any other place near the Canadian border because I don't want to leave the comfortable life that I have here working as literary editor and trying to make a so-called life for myself, that is life in quotation marks. And genuinely, if she really wanted to leave, she could find someone else but me. But because I am supposedly the one person who still cares for her, she has chosen me to be her traveling companion, her knight in shining armor. And I go, well, really, honey, I'm wearing a black suit, I'm a poet. I like reading Paul Auster, not going with you on some sort of broken down train to, say, Wisconsin to watch the football so that we can live a new life. And anyway, you should be starting out on your own without me because you know what? You've actually come of age now. Now is the time to break the chain. And that is what I tell her as I leave her, as I exit the diner, and I can still hear the same monotonous bass line pounding in my head. And I think, well, that's something we can talk about next week. and I'll see if she's still alive by that point. Or at least I will see if she is still trying to kick the habit, or, God willing, if she actually has kicked it.
Woo!